Hello there, welcome back to Black Professionals Chat Room. Today I'm with another guest, Miss Davina Ampe Abiam. She's going to be talking us through her journey in qualifying to become a teacher.
Hi guys, I'm Davina, I'm 24 years old and I'm currently working as a teaching assistant in a primary school.
Okay, what made you decide that you wanted to become a teacher?
Well, if I'm being honest, teaching was not something that was on my mind. I knew I wanted to work with children, but I never knew exactly what I wanted to do. So when I graduated from uni, that's when I got a call from an agency that offered me the opportunity to be able to work in a school with children as a teaching assistant first, then gradually go on to teaching.
Okay, so which course did you do at university?
At university, I studied child and adolescent studies.
Okay.
And it's based around children's growth.
Yeah.
You get to learn about youth justice, you get to learn about the different stages of children inclusion and exclusion in schools.
Yeah.
There's different kinds of topics that is linked into that course.
Okay. So if somebody wants to go into teaching or start as a teaching assistant as yourself, which course should they start with?
Well, if they have a GCSE with English and Maths that's graded higher than a C, they'll be able to use that certificate to go straight into teaching assistant jobs or teaching. But if they don't, that's still okay. They could apply for a level 2 or level 3 qualification that they could find online maybe, or they could go to like a call center that could help them do that.
So how long does it take if they wanted to do the level 2 or level 3, the MBQ course? How long will it take?
Every course varies because there's online courses and then there's courses where you can go into the centre to do it. So that kind of varies, but overall that does qualify them to be able to apply for a teaching assistant role without a GCSE, which is really good. So
if you're coming from another profession, maybe you've done another course, would you say that it's possible to become a teaching assistant?
Yeah, it's possible. You may need to maybe volunteer to get a little experience with children. But as long as you have a GCSE, C or above, English and Maths, you're good.
So in doing your university course, did you go through any challenges during your course and then being called by the agency as well?
Well, uni in general is its own challenge. Like, uni in general is a challenge itself. But I did go through quite a few challenges because there was somewhere we was tackling some points that it was you can relate to it, especially at the age that I was at when I was at university, when I was dealing with youth justice. There was stuff that I could relate to, and it also started giving me a better understanding on the way people act and the way they do things. So I did find it challenging because I had to then go deeper to research about it, to be able to do my assignments and all of those kind of things. So there was a few challenges, but luckily I had a mentor that was there to support me along the way. If I met any challenges, if any challenges came my way, I had a mentor to lean on, to talk to.
Right, so if anybody may be facing any challenges, please get yourself a mentor who would help you through your journey. So obviously you've now done the university course and then an agency calls you as well. Did they offer a course and how long did it take?
No, they didn't offer a course because I already had my qualification. Because I just graduated from uni, so they saw my qualification and they just took me straight on.
Right. So would you say that the agency did help you get into employment quite easily?
Yes, for sure. The agency was my gateway into the primary school that I'm working in right now.
So do you know the agency, like in case anybody may want to go and find out?
Premium Pathways. Premium Pathways is a route where you're TA for a year, and if you want to carry on, you can remain as a TA or you can go into teaching.
So that's a teaching assistant TA?
Yeah, teacher assistant TA.
Okay. So that's actually a really good point for anybody that's looking to get into employment and overcoming those kind of challenges as a Black professional.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Was there any funding available as well?
Not to be a TA, no. The only funding you can get is when you're working with the agency. They will pay you weekly. So you get paid weekly, but no funding no.
Right. So in your journey as teaching assistant, or you deciding that this is the journey that I want to take, did you get to a point where you feel like, okay, maybe you felt you faced a challenge and you thought, okay, I can't do this anymore, I want to quit, I want to give up? Have you ever faced those kind of challenges?
Yes, I have.
How did you overcome it?
It was linked to me working and me wanting to progress onto another level, which is going into teaching. Because after a teaching assistant, you're there for a period of time, and you either stay there or you move up. And I got to the time where, and I'm still at that place where I want to move up. So the challenges that came my way was linked to me moving up. And being able to get into the teaching.
So are you saying that progressing in the profession from teaching assistant to teacher, the transition is not as smooth for black professionals, or personally for you?
I think some people, I think everyone's different kind of thing. And some people is easy. They could just go straight through everything, then they'll get their certificate as an NQT. But for me personally, it hasn't been an easy journey for me. I've faced a lot of like bumpy roads and everything, but I'm still pushing to get to where I want to be, and that's to become a teacher.
So what keeps pushing you, or who keeps pushing you to still continue on this journey?
Well, personally, the push comes from when I'm in a classroom with a teacher. Let's just be honest. When I'm working with the children in the classroom with a teacher, I sit there and I think, I would have done it this way. If I had my own class, I would have done it that way. And that's what pushes me, because I can see that there's more that needs to be given. There's more that needs to be presented to these children for them to be able to get to where they want to get to. Because when you're the main teacher, you don't see the gaps. But when you're sitting back as the teaching assistant, you get to see the gaps. You get to see what's missing. And I feel like I could be the one to fill in those gaps.
You mentioned having a mentor. I don't know if you want to give them a shout out
Yes.
whilst you're doing this. You guys may watch it.
I want to shout out to my papa, Reverend Dr. Abiyama Pumadanso. He has led me to the career that I'm in going right now. And if it wasn't for the words that he gave me, the encouragement, I don't think I would still be pushing for this.
We'll put details on the screen just in case anybody would like to get connected to Reverend Dr. Abiyama Pumadanso for his great works. Last but not least, if anybody wants to go into teaching, what advice would you give them? Just
go for it. If it's something that you want to do, if you want to make that change, because everyone carries something different. Every teacher carries a different kind of ability. So just go for it.
Like, this is a little bit of like an honest position now. Were there any mistakes that you personally made that you would not advise anybody watching you to make as well?
I think a mistake that I've made is waiting so long for me to be able to develop myself, to push myself to become the teacher that I want to be. Just leaving that gap, allowing procrastination to come in, and just thinking that I've got so much time on my hands. Don't make that mistake. If you want it, go for it. Just throw yourself in it and go for it.
Okay, if anybody wants to find you on Instagram, just in case they want to drop a message about obviously being a teaching assistant to a teacher, where can they find you, please?
You can find me on Instagram at Davina _NNAA_.
No problem. I'll put that on the screen. We have come to the end of our interview, and I'd like to say a very big thank you for coming on here to speak to us. I hope that there are a few tips that somebody can also pick up and use in their journey, just in case you'd like to qualify as a teacher, going via the route of a teaching assistant. Until next time, stay tuned for our next guest.